when I was about 7, maybe 8 years old. Back then, I was in maybe kindergarten, first grade, and I was getting ready. No, it was definitely kindergarten because I was getting ready to get my tonsils and adenoids taken out. And the day before I had to do that surgery, I was with my mom, and I had put my Game Boy Color. It was one of those really unique ones. I was like, it was gray. It was designed to look like the original Game Boy, but it was a Game Boy Color, so it could play like Game Boy Color games and stuff with actual color effects and everything on it. And I took it and I put it up on top of my family's fridge. It was the games that were with it were Paperboy and Pokemon Yellow, and I put it up there. And the next morning, before I had to go get everything taken out, I went to go grab that so that I could have something to play. And I'm like, I'm talking to my mom, like, do you know what happened to my Game Boy? She's like, no, and it couldn't have just gotten up and walked away. It doesn't have legs. I'm not its babysitter. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's just I put it up here so I wouldn't lose it in my room because my room was even more disastrous than it is. Hello, Man Gamer, and hello, Batman. And so I put it up there to not lose it. And then I go into surgery, and then I remember that before that surgery, there was the news about my grandfather, Papa. But before that, I had gotten, we had found out about it, but all I remember was that I heard my mom talking on the phone, I went and got the surgery, and then I just remember being, having played, like, because, with, like, those doctors and stuff, they're going to have, like, games and things for, kids to keep them occupied until they're able to. Yeah, the thing is, I don't remember exactly when he passed away. I just know it was around this time period, like within fall. But basically, what happened was I went to go get my tonsils out and I was taken out. And I just remember faintly, because I was having, they'll put you with anesthesia, help you fall asleep kind of thing to let you relax while they're doing the surgery. Or they'll let you just fall asleep on your own. And me being me, I was going to fall asleep either way. But I just remember the surgery had been done. But all I remember before, while I was asleep, like I was dreaming of it, I just remembered having played Pokemon Stadium. I think it was 1 and some Rocco's Modern Life themed N64 games because they had like a little N64 set up in the actual hospital for kids to play, you know, um, before then. And all I remember is playing those and then just waking up, just remembering him being gone. And my mom tried to stop me from crying because apparently, with that surgery, if you start crying after having the surgery, like even within 24 hours or less, your throat will start to close up and get sore, kind of like you have a sore throat, and your nose will just start having a nosebleed. And plus, on top of that, the only stuff you could have was soft serve, so you could only have like soft foods like ice cream, pudding, the softer type of stuff. And all I just remember is it was around the time too that How the Grinch Stole Christmas. They started putting the 25 Days of Christmas stuff going on because it was like less than a week after he had passed when I had gotten the surgery. And I just remember they started the ABC 25 Days of Christmas, and I remember seeing How the Grinch Stole Christmas and just thinking of him and crying. So it's like, and now that I look back on it, it's like I can see how hard it would be, especially because out of all my nieces and out of, I know, Man Gamer, but like I said, out of all my nieces and nephews, the only one out of all of them that ever got to actually be in sort of any sort of photos with him or get to really kind of know who he was even the slightest bit was my oldest niece, who was only a baby when I was like 2.5. She was a baby, so when I was 7, she was maybe about 5. She was about 5 or 6, while I was about 7 or 8 when this happened, and she is the only one out of all of them, out of all of them, and I'll list them off. There was her, which is Alexis, or Alexia as we called her. Then there was her her sister that went after, because in order going from oldest to youngest, it goes her, then it goes her sister Casey, then it goes my nephew Christian, then Casey and Lexi's sister Maddie, and then Christian's sister Jasmine, and then it was his little brother Junior, and Cadence was right after because they're twins, so they were shortly apart. And I just think out of all, I think that's 7 if my math is right. Out of all 7 of them, only one of them got to meet him. So I was trying to, while I was watching a YouTuber, I was trying to come up with lyrics for like how I wanted to do a rap. And it's like, I can't write worth a crap. Honestly, if I wanted to write down the lyrics and try and, say how I feel and explain everything, my lyrics just wouldn't flow the way I wanted them to. Because I was trying to kind of go across between a mix of like, um, kid behind the camera, aka I think it's his nickname's alternate nickname was Pickle Boy, but he was the son of Angry Grandpa. I wanted to kind of go down his like Dear Dad style, but also have it sort of like an Eminem flow, and neither flow really worked when I tried to combine them, even with the way I was wording it. So I'm like, I may as well just spitball it, because even if I just swear, at least it's easier than trying to write it down and remember which thing to say and when. Oh, I know all of you guys are here. And unfortunately, there's only 2 people, and I don't think I can tweet this out. Actually, I could. Give me a sec. You guys might get a slight cut for a minute, but let me tweet it out. Because otherwise nobody's gonna... Hopefully it didn't cut out too much. But yeah, basically, I would try and write, and write, and write. And I tried at least twice, and I'm just like, you know what? Nothing's making sense. The beat isn't going to work the way I want. I can't really play music to try and give me an idea without it interfering with my video. So I'm like, what's the next best way I could do it? Just spitball it, whatever it takes, you know? So, I'm gonna do that, but what I need to do first is grab something to drink just to cleanse the old palate, as they say. So bear with me, you guys are gonna have to deal with me actually opening it up on video, I'm sorry. I would have been more prepared, but I just went straight into the video because I wasn't waiting around for anything. Alright. I just gotta breathe before I start. I just gotta think of how I want to word this. I'm sorry if you guys are like just sitting there like trying to figure out why I'm not saying nothing. I'm trying to think of how I want to word it so it's not gonna come out stupid, but also not gonna come out where I make no sense either. Alright, man gamer, see you around. Stupid phone. None of those are what I'm looking for. What the heck is that even? If I could message to you guys, I would, but apparently I can't set it up that way. Also, apologies, I somehow hit the camera thing trying to look for something and caused my phone to freaking rotate so you guys would see my shoes. See, this is why I wonder where. I wish I could have Emily here when I need her. Or Kelly. Or Nightcore, but cannot do that. Nightcore is in school. Emily's probably still asleep, and Kelly, I don't know what she's up to. Alright, if anybody's still here, I'm gonna have to see how I can do, so bear with me. I mean, I might as well just, like, say it and try and throw a beat to it, and if coincidentally I can flow with a style, you know, that'll be what it is, so. Alright. Also, if you guys are hearing any background noise, I'm sorry. Somehow, apparently, I think there's, like, geese or something flying overhead, and I could hear it. Hopefully you guys couldn't hear that, only I could. I weirdly just can't do it. I don't know why. My body just won't let me think today. Also, you guys are seeing me unshaved. I have yet to shave, and I need to shave in a while, but I wanted to get this out of the way before I do that, because then I'm going to stream later, and I gotta decide what I want to do. Freaking lip is driving me crazy, almost like it's chat. That's why I can't do anything. And of course the phone's gonna ring, so one moment. while I mute my mic just in case. Sorry about that. Bullshit fucking... Yeah. Yeah, you can see bullshit phone calls. Sorry about that, y'all. So ignore that. But basically, how do I go about this? Okay, I was waiting for that to end so I can actually think straight. You know what? I may actually just have to look up something and just read that because unfortunately, I can't. Like I said, I can't think worth a crap, and every time I try and think of something, all I can think of is Eminem's music. So I'm just gonna have to take you guys with me on a walk up to my slightly disastrous, or not super bad, but still somewhat messy in my opinion, room. While I go on my PS4 and look up the lyrics. One moment. Because I'm sure there's a song I have in my music that would help me remember, and I'm not gonna play it obviously because I don't think I want to listen to it. I might, but it might be easier just to look up the lyrics. Oh, I was like, what the heck is that? Um, let's see. Bear with me. You know, I might just actually, if you guys are okay with it, I might just have to play music through YouTube on my PS4, and I'll have to just sing on the video and just sing the song I wanted to do. And honestly, this song, which was originally done by Nine Inch Nails, then redone by Johnny Cash, is probably the song that helps me kind of explain my feelings for him. But let me see if I can find. Yeah, I'm gonna use my girlfriend Nate Cool Baby Angels version because it's just easier to play it without copyright. So I'll play it for you guys on thing. Hopefully you can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear it. If not, I apologize. So. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. Focus on the pain. The only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole. The old familiar sting. Try to kill it all away. But I remember everything. Oh, too far. Hang on. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know. Actually, I got a song that's like a family song I'm gonna sing because it's the one that helps. I don't remember. Let's see. I don't remember who sings it, but I'm gonna use my family's song. I'm gonna even show you guys the name of it here. Hang on. But that's not the version I remember. So I think it was the Johnny Cash and family version I remember. But yeah, you can see. This is sort of a family song, so I'll do it as a tribute to him. Standing by my window, by and below. Will be unbroken by and by, low by and by. See, I can't even remember that song. That's how bad I'm getting. You know what? All I gotta say is this. This is, believe it or not, Eminem is actually what I'm feeling. So I'm just gonna try and sing that if I can. Got a song filled with shit for the strong will. When the world gives you a raw deal, screws you off till you scream, piss off, screw you. When it talks to you, you don't belong, or it tells you you're in the wrong field. When something in your mitochondrial, so it's done to you like. Knock, knock, let the devil in, malevolent as I've ever been. Head is spinning, there's medicines screaming, let us in, like a syllable. Ellen Poe bedridden, should have been dead a long time ago. Liquid Tylenol, gelatins, melting, we get all. Actually, the song I want to play by Eminem. Oh, I almost lost my phone like freaking 3 times right there. And for anyone that's still here, thank you for sticking around with me. Let's just do this one, because this song by Eminem is literally how I feel. Yeah. No, see, I don't like when they do like the karaoke style, because it doesn't sound right. Yeah. It's my life. My words, I guess. Have you ever loved someone so much you given on for? Not the expression, no, literally given on for. When they know you're your heart and you know you were the armor, and you will destroy anyone who would try to harm them. But what happens with karma turns right around and bites you, and everything you stand for turns on you despite you. What happens when you become the main source of the pain? But look what I made. Dad's gotta go catch a plane. Daddy, where's mommy? Dude, like I said, Batman, I can't rap if I wanted to, so I'm just trying to find something that fits how I feel about him, and there's like almost nothing I could do that really, it's just, I really can't rap. If I wanted to, I could probably sound like trash. Because literally my rhyming would literally be like the shitty, rappers that try and rhyme every single word with something. Whether they want to or not does not matter. It's gonna be awful. So I mean, if you want to leave, you'd leave. But I'm gonna do the best I can. I mean, forgive it if it's trash, but here it goes. Let me think of how I want to word this. Bear with me. I gotta think, so I'm sorry, I'm just like out of it. You know what, I don't even think I'm gonna be able to rap, even if I wanted to. I might as well just end this. I'll see you guys another time. I literally can't. I am literally like broken right now. That's how tough it is. Like I said, that's why I'm using music to try and give me an idea of how I want to go about this, but I just don't think I can do it. Because I literally have no beat, so let me find a beat, otherwise I'm not going to have anything. So I'm going to look up a beat. I'm going to use my PS4, obviously, and I'm going to use a beat to try and give me an idea of how I want to, Because otherwise the flow is going to be all over the place. It's just not going to sound right. Oh, excuse me. No, see, like, that's not the style I need. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. That's what I get for drinking soda. Because if I try and do that, actually, believe it or not, it'd be even harder because I'm not even able to write and have a good flow with it. So it's going to be even worse if I try and write it down because it's not going to come out the way I want. It's just easier if I just try and do it from, you know, from how I want to do it. So I'm going to have to find something to use. But like I said, if I try to write it, it's just not going to work. See, what's even stupider is every rap style I look for is like more met in like the Eminem diss track style, not the style I need. Whatever. Lisa, if I try to write it, it's gonna sound trash. Seriously, I'm just not gonna be able to do this. What the hell? Oh. I was like, what the hell? No. See, like, nothing's really, you know. Like I said, if I try and write it, it's just not gonna work. So, I don't know. Whatever. I'm just going to hope for the best. I'll even show you. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. Those two papers right there, I think, were the things I tried writing. I can't write rap if I wanted to. It's gonna sound like trash, so here it goes. I'm gonna put on my Cubs hat backwards because otherwise I can't get my head in the game. See, this is what I get for even wanting to even think of doing it. I'm gonna need to sit. I couldn't even rap stall if I wanted to. My body's just not letting me. And I'm not trying to like stall. I'm being serious. Like my body just won't let me think. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm just awkward on camera and I just don't like being on camera half the time, and that's why I stay off cam streaming video games or not. But I just let me find something I need. I know they're nearby. I'm gonna find my notepad and my pen I had. And I'm just gonna try and write it as I go and just see if, you know, the flow sticks the way I need it to. Too bad I can't find jack squat worth of shit in my room. My room's always a disaster half the time. There's a notepad. Let me go grab something to write with, because otherwise I can't do it. Yeah, that's the weird thing about me. Like, if I'm off screen, I can think straight and I can write things as much as I need to and kind of spit randomly and just come up with stuff that makes sense. But when I'm trying to do it, it's like I'm just very uncomfortable on camera. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you if I wanted to. That's just how I am. Yeah, I'm kind of like, if you remember in the movie 8 Mile, I'm like Eminem in the beginning of 8 Mile. Like, he can't rap around nobody. If he's by himself, he can rap like it's nobody's business. But as soon as he goes and has to be around a crowd, it's like, fuck it, I'm out. I'm gonna try and write, and I'm gonna try and see if I can come up with a there we go. So you guys are gonna see me writing, but you won't know what I'm writing. Especially because if you guys saw my handwriting, you would think it's atrocious. Be like, yo, you don't need to be writing. You wouldn't be able to tell half the letters. Alright, I'm gonna just try and use what I've got written and see if I can use a thing to get something. Pop. I got things that I feel like I just freaking screwed it up. Pop. I got things I feel you should hear. It's been years since you've been out on this earth. I feel like it's been too long since we've last talked. How about this? I'll tell you what's been going on. You've got 6 more great-grandchildren that have come since you've been gone. You never got to meet them. I don't even think they know who you were or that you're gone. Your only chance is to get to know them through this song. Their names are Christian, Jasmine, Cadence Jr., Casey, and Maddie. They're not born in that order, obviously. Each one of them would like to have gotten to know you, but the only one that really got to know you out of those 7 that have been around was Lexi. She's the oldest of the bunch. She's in the photo with you, at least from my knowledge. I really wish there was the chance to tell you how they're feeling, but I don't think they'd even know what it's like dealing without you around. Everybody just wishes they had the chance to say that they were proud to know that you were their great-grandfather. Lexi got to meet you when she was only a baby. All the others, who knows? It makes me go crazy just thinking about how you were, knowing that you would have been here, that you could have been here. But unfortunately, time comes and goes, and it's never really clear as to why that is. But sometimes life throws you a curveball, and you just gotta go with the flow and accept that things ain't always what they're meant to be, you know? Sometimes things just seem to go out of whack, and sometimes you'll talk a little smack and then you'll get a good old-fashioned whack. But, you know, that's life. And how does everyone want to say this? If I ever get the chance, because I think the only ones, really, that ever had the chance to know how you were, Papa, was Lexi and maybe Casey. Christian, he knows you from stories, but those were of the glory days. He doesn't know about everything else. Cadence, Jasmine, and Junior are still too young to know how it felt to have had you and lost you at the same exact time. The only one that ever got to really meet you was Lexi. She has grown quite a bit. All the others, they don't get it. Christian sort of knows, but he doesn't quite understand like I do. I just hope that maybe someday they'll get to know all about you. How your sense of humor was, how nice you were, how fun you could be, how you brought life to every single person that was around you, including me. They may never get to know what life was like growing up with you in their lives. But I know one day, maybe not today, but someday, they'll know why. Whenever I think about you, I just cry. Pop, I hope you're listening, knowing that I'm missing you, and that one day we'll be together. Like in that song from Boyz II Men with Mariah Carey, where they'll say about being in heaven with those that they lost along the way one sweet day. Aside from that, I just pray that Jasmine, Cadence, and Junior, the three youngest ones, will finally get to know what it was like having fun with you, even though the only grandparents they have are your daughter and her husband, my mom and dad. That's literally the best I could do. If I go any further, I don't think I'm gonna even stop crying. I'm sorry. It's not exactly the style I wanted, but like I said, I just had to go with what I could. So I don't need tissues. I need tissues. They're right there. Yeah, I know. I just wish I could do better, but the problem is every time I try and do it, it's just like the style just doesn't fit with what I'm going at. Also, if you guys want to see, I'll show you something. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it all that well. That's him. And that was my meme who passed before I was born. I never got to meet her, but I'm glad I've got to meet him. If I didn't get to meet him, I don't think I would have been able to actually know what they were like. And obviously everybody can tell that's my mom. You can tell she looks very different than she does now. She's dyed her hair so many times. And I really wish I had a picture of my niece, but the problem is my oldest niece is like, we've got so many photos all over the place downstairs, I'm too lazy to look for them. But yeah, basically, it's kind of tough too because, like I said, out of all my nieces and nephews, the only one that ever got to meet him or even know even a little bit about him was my niece Alexis. She was probably about 2 when she actually had her photo taken with him. 1 to 2 years old. She'd maybe gone through a Halloween, a birthday, and 1 Christmas before he passed, while he was around. My other nieces and nephews, Casey, Maddie, Christian, Cadence, Jasmine, and Junior, they're never going to know what he was like. The only way they're going to know what he was like is if, my family talks about him, but we hardly ever talk about him when they're around. I think the only ones that actually know now are, I think really only Casey and Maddie sort of know, and Christian, the only reason he knows about him is because of his mom and me and my niece explaining to him, what he was like and stuff, but none of the others really know how nice of a person he was, how fun he was to be around. Funny story. This is a true story. I'm going to tell you this on stream. This is the first time I'm ever going to actually share something on stream that I've never shared before. I'm sure, I'm sure a lot of you know that I'm a very picky eater, and what's funny is one of the things I used to eat, I can't eat anymore, and it's not because I lost taste for it or I just don't like it or that I'm a picky eater. I think it's the thought of him and the fact that I used to share them with him, and those were clam cakes. We used to go to a diner called Flo's, which was on like a beach out in Rhode Island, and he would always go with us because he was living with us all the time, and we would go and get clam cakes, and that's the only way I would eat them was around him. And then the thought of him being gone, just like, alright, nope, you can't eat those no more. But, like I said, if you guys remember, I mentioned about a game that I had in my childhood when he was alive, and that's this, Pokemon Yellow. I honestly couldn't live if I didn't have this game. Like, I've literally had to literally keep searching for it. Like, that one game was so special to me growing up because it was something I had when I was, around him. It was the only game I was playing. So I'm like, I gotta get my hands on it. It was a childhood game. I lost it when he was gone. Conveniently enough, the weirder thing was when I put it up, I had it put up on top of the fridge. No joke. Not only did he pass away, but also the game system disappeared the same day that he passed away. And the story, this is how he passed away. Basically, I think it was around lunchtime on the day that he passed away. He had to eat. And he sat up to get ready to eat, and then his heart just gave out. Like, his heart stopped beating, his whole body just shut down, he was just dead. So the hospital calls my mom, because she was the first person in the emergency contacts, I believe. They call her, she calls the rest of the family, we all gather for his funeral, and then that was it, Emily, please don't add commands on my channel when I'm not actually doing it. Plus, you didn't do it right. The way you do the command, Emily, is you put exclamation add COM as all one thing, the name of the command, and then that. So if you wanted to do like a command for Batman, you put exclamation add com Batman with the way you want it written, and then you put the phrase like the man, the myth, the legend, the Batman, or something like that, I believe that's how it works. And to delete it, you put exclamation DEL, which is delete, the 3-letter abbreviation for delete, and then the word com, and then the command you want to delete. So, it'll probably be later, because I'm probably going to be streaming something else, gaming-wise. Speaking of which, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to have people that are here right now with me, I'm going to have you guys vote. Of course, I can't go landscape without it messing it up. Alright, I'm going to show you the games I feel like playing, and I want you guys' opinion on what I should play. Alright? I'll even show you the ones I'm considering downloading to play if I have to. As you can see, because check this out, I've got a hell of a lot of PS4 games. The games I'm thinking of downloading if I have to play, that are small so they won't take very long, are... Oh, stupid PS4. Where are they? I just went right by them. There we go. I can play any one of those 3. So, yeah, I know. You're good. So there's San Andreas, Vice City, and 3, which pretty much everybody's played those at this point. I could play those. I could do, if I really have to, as a last resort. I don't think I ever want to if I don't have to. And then I got these games here. I've got Yu-Gi-Oh! Need for Speed, which I'm taking a break from. Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I said, Amnesia, which has the 3 games in it from the series, which were Dark Descent, it goes Amnesia the Dark Descent, Justine, and then A Machine for Pigs is the last game in that series. Then you got Madden 19. If I play it, the only thing I'm doing is Ultimate Team. Sorry. This, which is, stupid PS4. Friday the 13th. If I play that, only modes I'm doing are the offline against bots, or the challenge mode, which is a pain in the booty. Brawlhalla, which is always going to be offline play against computers. Mortal Kombat against computers. MLB The Show. Manhunt. FIFA, which I have to grab the disc to throw in for these. Assassin's Creed, which I'm taking a break from. And then I think I got games like God of War Remastered's installed. GTA, which, if you guys want to see me do a playthrough of that story mode on that game, tell me, because I'll play that. Emily, if you decide you want to play Fortnite later, hit me up on Twitter, let me know, because I'll definitely jump on Fortnite if I'm going to have people to play it with. Manhunt, which is starting to irritate the shit out of me. And that's pretty much all the games I have currently installed that aren't tedious. Well, that's the thing, I'm not going to be playing until, like, noon. I mean, because there's no sense in me being on a stream on my phone and then on a stream on my PS4. You feel me? Like, that's beside the point. Plus, if I do MLB The Show, the only thing I'm going to do is probably either Diamond Dynasty, or I might, if Shondo's okay with it, I'll have to hit him up on Discord later to double check with him. I will take his likeness, I will find out what he wants the name to be, and I will put him in MLB The Show and put him on the Cubbies. It's alright, I know. Plus, I saw you just dominating in freaking what was it there? Freaking Cards Against Humanity, which was popular in my high school. So, but yeah, basically those are the games I would play. I mean, I would play. Actually, I have one more game, but the problem is I'd have to install it now if I'm gonna be able to play it later. And weirdly enough, I prefer its like sequel over the original, and that's this game here. I'm gonna try and flip it so I don't get fingerprints on it. If you guys can see that, hang on. Let me. Yeah, hold on. Let me turn on my bedroom light. Otherwise, you guys ain't gonna see shit. But if you can see the disc there, I would play that game if you guys want. That's a horror game, but it's a good horror game that I actually like. The last all-nighter I pulled was a 3-day consecutive all-nighter of just non-stop staying awake. Not intentionally, mind you. But yeah. But like I said, if you guys want to see me play a horror game and you want me to play this, hit me up on my comment section below. Just say yes, 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 or just put a like on the video or something so I know you want it. And write your name, like, that you liked. Put I liked, and I'll know who commented, who didn't. But like I said, let me know. Do you guys want... I'm going to pick out of 3 horror games. You guys are going to get to pick. This one, which is surprisingly better than its previous one, which is Evil Within 2, which is better than the original, and it's definitely something I would rather play than Evil Within 1. Friday the 13th, Offline Against Computers or whatever, or Amnesia. Those are your picks. Let me know now, because I'm going to decide beforehand so I can start installing Evil Within. Because if you guys want Evil Within 2, I need to know. I'll start installing it. Speaking of which, I'm going to do that now just in case you guys decide, you know, yo, we want that game. Obviously, I'm not playing 2K because WWE pulled bullshit on me. Because here's what really irritates me. I literally turned off audio commentary. I turned off the ring announcing. I turned off the music. Everything. And because I had entrance motions shown or whatever, like, you know, like Kane making his way to the arena and everything with the pyro and everything else, they copyright claimed it. So I'm like, you know what? WWE, this is what you can do. So that's why I play it on my downtime. But yeah. And this, I'm going to show you guys. You will see. It's not going to take long. Yeah, I know how that feels. That's literally all my life has basically been when I've started getting insomnia. But like I said, would you guys want to see that game? I'm telling you, this game, I'll even start a new game if I have to. I won't even start with the save file that's totally installed on the system. If you guys want to see this game, let me know. This game isn't really as scary as the original, but it's better in the more, like, Manhunt psychological horror style of scare your brains out. It's kind of like, think of, like, if you remember, I think it was the Silent Hill series, I think it's the second one, had those stupid pyramid heads or whatever introduced. Think of it like that, in a sense, of that style of horror. So if you guys want that game, let me know now for those that are here. Alright, so Emily's already confirming it, so you know what? Screw it. As soon as that's installed, I'll start up a stream. I don't even care if I have to be on mute until my dad calls and then go unmute. I'll do that. Because I'll find time to shave. I have to shave, obviously. Like, I'll show you guys. You can see I need to shave. But I'm lazy, so I'll do it later. But yeah, so we're going to install Evil Within 2. That's going to be our game for the day. And while we're waiting for that, let me go check the system storage and see if I actually... Batman, we already know your intro lines. It's the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only, the Batman. Like, come on, we know you too well by now. But let me just make sure. Oh, I'll be on. I won't be on this, but I'll be on my actual PS4 streaming that game. But like I said, let me just show you guys real quick. Let me make sure. Down goes the phone. Down with the phone. Hopefully I didn't screw up my... Let me just make sure the actual game save data for Evil Within 2 is not in here. Too bad, Batman. I did it for you. End of story. Alright, let me just see. You guys are going to see it with me. If you see Evil Within 2, we need to delete its data from on the system. No. Good. Because it's not in the system storage, which means we get to start from scratch. Yes! Because I want you guys to enjoy the story with me. But, yeah. So for now... Batman, if you want to just really quick throw out your freaking catchphrase so we can get this stream over with so I can move on to that game when it's installed, That would be awesome. I mean, well, do it now, Batman. You got 10 seconds, and then I'm ending the stream. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Half a second.